All right, we are back. We are going to give a little minute for our guests to join us, our special guest, and our viewers to join us. My name is Sedalia Njai. You're here watching the Sedalia Njai show. Our special guest for this evening is Dynesti, a musical artist, performance coach, all around awesome being. We've been having an incredible conversation so far, getting to know her better as a woman, as an artist, and we're excited to bring her back in. All right. There we go. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in. This episode is brought by media. All right. We are back. Are you here with? Yes. Perfect.
Hey.
Hey,
Excellent.
amazing. So you were telling us before the break, the short mini pause, you were telling us about two things that are really essential before performing. You said one, realizing and understanding that you are an energy giver and people are going to go and take away whatever energy you give to them. You have this incredible superpower when you're on stage where you can shoot energy at people and they can feel that. So what would you say is the second thing?
So I said energy worker, not giver. That's the thing. So
Energy
I was
worker,
just about to,
yes.
yeah, I was
Forgive
just
me.
about to tell you a lot of entertainers talk to me about feeling drained after they perform. If you really understand how to work energy, you're not going to feel drained. In fact, you'll feel energized at the end of it because you're not
Oh,
giving and not getting anything in return. You are just transforming the energy that's already in the room, maybe the energy that's just dormant, and you're waking it up and in the audience so that you're bringing it out of the audience and allowing them to enjoy themselves, like whatever parts of themselves, because you are just a reflection of them, right? So you're just waking up inside of them what is already there, right? So, but you have to understand that that is your purpose. You're not there to just to give all of your energy away. They have that. They have that. They already have all of the energy that you have. It's just you remind them that they have that. That's your whole purpose. And then when you do give, you receive back too. It's an equal exchange. If you give too much and you're feeling drained all the time, it's just
great
it's
point.
not a way to perform. Like when you go on tour,
Absolutely.
what are you gonna do when you have like 100 shows happening like in a tour? You're gonna leave feeling drained after every single performance? Nah, you gotta
Yeah,
figure
you
out
have to run it like a marathon.
exactly. You gotta master the energy work that you do on stage.
Huh.
You use their energy to heal them, and you give and you take. It's a collective experience. That's why whenever I perform, everybody leaves and they're like, "Yo, I feel so dope. I feel amazing," and I feel amazing. I don't feel drained. I don't feel tired at the end of my shows because, like, I've worked so much on just that. I am an energy worker. I'm not just a performer. I'm an energy worker.
I love it. There
Yeah,
you
but
have it.
that's and the next thing, second tip,
Yeah.
I just say, do a one-on-one coaching session with me, cause
Yes,
hey,
there you go. I love
I
it. You
want to
are
give
on
all my tips
board.
and tricks away.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to really know, especially for artists, I highly recommend it. I had the pleasure of taking one of Dynesti's performance workshops, and I have to say, really, really transformative. I encourage everyone to contact her. I've pinned her handle, so if you are not following her, then I don't know what to tell you, honey, because you're missing out. So I need you to go ahead and follow her and reach out to her for that, among not just the artistry, but such a resourceful and knowledgeable woman. So thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to move a little. We're going to move a little bit forward because I think a lot. We talked a lot too about. I know you're kind of delving into new ventures a little bit with financial coaching. You mentioned, but
hmm
done in a creative and artistic way. Or manner rather, that's broken down in a way that the average person can maybe understand. So where did this desire to begin something like this come from, and can you tell us a little bit about it?
The desire came from being broke, fam. The desire came from not
Yes.
being able to afford anything. From like everything that I started as a kid, I could not continue. So piano lessons, can't continue. Singing lessons, do two lessons, can't afford the next one. clothes, you know, get one pair of shoes and learn how to take care of that for the whole school year because, you know, aside from maybe the winter boots, you ain't getting another one. Like I was so used to just being broke and like knowing how to just survive that it's I normalized it for myself, right?
I think we all do,
even
right? We survive,
yeah,
not thrive.
exactly. And I realized how unhealthy that actually is because the people who don't limit their mindset are the ones who actually go out and achieve greatness, right?
Huh.
And folks limit their mindset without even realizing that they're doing that. So for example, somebody will be like, yeah, I'm a hustler, I'm working, I'm getting this money or whatever, right? And then as soon as it comes time for, like, as soon as somebody comes to them and says, yay, so when are you gonna get that whip that you've been talking about for a long time? When are you gonna get that car? They're like, well, I don't have money for that yet, right? Or you talk to them about like something that they want to do in their business, and they're like, yeah, you know, but for that I need a course, you know, and the course is like $3,000. I can't do that, so I don't know. I can't do that, so I'm gonna just chill. And it's just like, fam, you literally just killed it with your own words, right? I thought you said that. I thought you said you were a hustler. You said that you're getting to it. You said you're improving and all that stuff. Focus on that, bro. Focus on that. But folks will say they want something, you know, and then they'll speak it out of existence the next moment. Yeah. You speak it once and then you speak it out of your existence.
You're absolutely right. You want it.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I definitely still catch myself doing this stuff, these things because it's ingrained, right? It's like ingrained in our culture. Like there's always that miserable auntie, you know, miserable grandma, miserable uncle or whatever who just comes in and, oh, where you gonna get the money for that? How you gonna make that happen? Huh? Who's gonna show up for you for that? You know, only people with a rich uncle can make things happen like that. You see my bank account lately? Bro, like they always got something to say, right? To like, and even though there might be truth to it, like right now,
right,
their mindset is that is going to be the reality forever, right? And if you take on that mindset at all, you can like completely just butcher your own manifestations, you know? So yeah, it's crazy. Like you really got to be very careful about who you allow around you.
Very true.
But yeah,
especially with that last one, being careful who you allow into your space. I think that's incredibly important.
Exactly. So I am still building for sure. I have a long ways to go, but I am definitely out of the scarcity mindset now. When I want something, I figure out ways that I can go and get it. That's and incredible. That has taken like every ounce of my being, like all of the power in my soul to figure out how to do, because honestly, it is so deeply ingrained in our culture that it's like you are limited. The only way that you can get things is if somebody helps you out, if somebody gives you a loan, finances this for you, if a mentor drops out of the sky and just shows you the way, if you know,
need
like
someone to help you make it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, people will come around that help you, and assistance is mandatory in success. But fam, like the universe is gonna offer you assistance in many different ways when you ask for something. Sometimes those ways are really just like they'll put a book, like somebody will suggest a book for you to read, and you'll sit there like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get to it. But then you never get to it when the only thing that you needed was actually in that one book. The thing that you're praying for was in that one book that you didn't actually pick up. Exactly, yo. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I ain't against any religion whatsoever, but I always just, to me as a kid, it just never made sense. Like, why would the most high or the source or whatever just use one book or one ideology to speak when that the source can use the entire universe. It's just like we're programmed out of being able to like hear or being able to see or being able to access like all the information that is coming at us, but it's coming at us from every different direction, telling us what to do, how to do it, when to step out of certain situations and whatnot. And when it comes to like finance, I realized that a lot of people, they just, it's a holistic package. It's the way you, like the food that you eat, it's the folks that are around you, it's your priorities in life, like all of this stuff together is what's like keeping people poor. It's not just one thing. You actually need to change the holistic package. So for me, I've just been very focused on like figuring out like, okay, like I understand certain things about food and how that how that connects back to your brain. I understand certain things with like our culture, like Black culture and the way that we're raised and the things that we focus on, stuff that we place as importance. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I understand wealth and the lack of wealth from that side as well. And I'm just like putting it together in a way where I just want to be able to like really, really teach our community how to get the bag. Okay, how to get out of the mindset of I would have it if I just had. It's like you are actually everything that you need, you know. So
everything that you need is in your being.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
But man, it's a holistic package, man. Getting money, getting out of debt, thinking properly about your finances, investing. A lot of folks are afraid of investing. Like immediately you talk to them about certain funds or whatever, and then they're just like, they just talk themselves out of it immediately. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna lose my money. I heard that this person and that person lost money or whatever. Fam, I know people right now who just don't think like that, and they've been making money this whole time with their investments during the whole stock crisis that's going on, bro. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. It's all about like your mentality and your ability to step outside of that. And it's like, it's just insane to me how many false narratives run through our heads about money and about building wealth that are just like killing us, like killing our communities and keeping us poor. And being in and out of homeless shelters for so long, I know what it's like to be in a scarcity mindset and to feel like you don't have enough money for things, but you have enough. Like you are everything that you need. And a lot of the stuff that you think costs money doesn't actually cost money. It costs you coming out of your mindset to be able to go in and get those things in your life. It's wild, but I'm just like, I have to do a whole mindset thing if I'm going to help folks around me. If I'm going to help artists, I'm going to help.
Start to tackle it for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to help artists, people of color, whatnot. I can't just be like, hey, well, do your taxes this day and put this money in this account. It's like, no, bro, I don't want you to waste money. I don't want you to run out and go buy a random car because you have, you know, you have a lot going on emotionally and you're still trying to get validation and shit. I want like something that's like I want it to click. I want sessions with me to have people really waking up to how to build wealth, not just getting a 1-2 tip on how to budget properly. Like that's not enough. That's not enough. You will go back to your mindset that you've been living in your entire life.
Yeah, you have to address the problem from the root. I really love that. And again, I love that you said that you would tackle it from a mindset perspective, because again, like any problem, you need to tackle it from the root. But that's part of what's so amazing about you too. Again, this is just an extension of you understanding and discovering self-empowerment. So ladies and gentlemen, earlier, you know, Dynesti told us, drop some gems for us on how we can kind of jumpstart this self-empowerment. And being your own hero and getting yourself out of this. So that must have made it really easy for you too to identify what your sound was, maybe, right? Like, how did you identify, how were you able to get around? Because I'm sure there's so many musical influences, but how are you, you're very eclectic and unique in your sound. How are you able to identify kind of what your sound was that makes you special and different from other artists?
Ooh. Special and different. I like that. So I'm half Jamaican, half Trinidadian, right? And I grew up with reggae music and with gospel music. We have wild senses of humor. Okay, I was raised religious, but then my mom was really outside of the box. So she's also one of the dirtiest minded people I've ever met, So it's like this crazy fusion of things in my
I
upbringing,
love it.
right? And
Yeah.
then also when you're poor, you become very creative with how to get things done, or you imagine like a whole different reality outside of yourself. So I was very influenced by my surroundings. So actually,
Yeah.
what helped me develop my sound was when I did spoken word. I used to do a lot of performances and get like standing ovations across the board, and folks would participate. They'd be saying the spoken word, the lyrics with me, and I'd be like, yo, this is amazing. And then when I started doing music again, because I had taken a break from doing music to do spoken word for a few years, when I got back into music, folks didn't even want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it, and I couldn't figure out why. Like, I was just like, yo, I just couldn't understand what it was. I'm like, how come they can't, like, they could connect so much to the spoken word, but couldn't connect to my own, my music? Like, I don't, what's missing? And I realized that in my spoken word, I actually had a lot of crowd participation, and I was shamelessly of Caribbean descent. And I spoke wildly and outrageously, but then also gave so many gems of just like knowledge and fun facts and all that stuff. Exactly. And in my music, I was like trying to be somebody else, like I'm wild and crazy. I was like, yo, I don't have anything wild and crazy. I did a lot of crowd participation in my spoken word poems. I wasn't doing any crowd participation in my music. I was like, well, like, what happened? Let me switch that, right? So so technically I created my sound just by like going back to my spoken word and be like, what worked? Let me go back, let me find this again. So the reggae gospel influences for sure. And then just the reckless speech.
And how do you go about like picking a beat? Like how does that end up working out?
Oh, it's all a vibe.
Yeah.
It's all a vibe for me. I like
that you kind of gravitate towards, that you're like, hey, this is what's, like you said, this is the hook I have in my mind, and like how
I have a few producers that I've been in the scene with for a few years that I go to as, they're my go-tos.
Right.
Shout outs to Michael Gibbs and Block Uno. I love those guys. Shout outs to Timian. So there are definitely a few producers that I go to, but my sound is royal hip hop soul with a dash of rude gal. So the rude gal, the rude gal is the Afro-Caribbean attitude. Yeah, let go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Every once in a while I have a song where it's a little more than a dash of rude gal, but whatever, and
I'm here for it.
But for the most part, like, it's always just that hip hop soul, and then I splash of the islands. So now I just go to producers that understand that and can who have fun experimenting around all of the things that could mean. Because rude gal, I could be doing Afro beats one day, I can do Caribbean music the next day, I can do a hip hop soul song the next day. Like, I just those a fusion of all of those.
You are so eclectic. That's why I'm sure a lot of people, are curious about how this comes together, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it took a while though, honestly. It took a really long time. Because they expect you to just have one box that you operate out of in music. And when you're able to do too much, it can be limiting sometimes.
I understand. I completely understand. But once you start to know and understand your power, darling.
The power, darling. Yes.
Then you can hone in on those different aspects and bring people along for the ride where they understand and appreciate that. That's what's so cool too. You can open up other people's eyes along the way. Because they see you doing it and they see you breaking these boxes and barriers, like, oh, I can do that. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the job, right? That's your job
Yeah.
as an entertainer. You're supposed to remind people that they're capable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? We're so grateful to have you on the show tonight. We have just been chatting it up, and thank you for dropping a lot of amazing gems. You guys heard a lot about, harnessing creative energy, self empowerment. We not only got to know Dynesti as the woman and as an artist, and you guys make sure to definitely go and check out her two latest singles, the Show Me What You're Made Of.
Show
And
me
you
what you're
can
made of.
do the Show Me Challenge, guys. You guys can do the Show Me Challenge. I've pinned her at the bottom of this page, so you can go to her page and check out the details. Do the Show Me Challenge. Give me some love. Show us some love. Check out the Real in the Field video. Is there also a link to your page
Please.
so they can access that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you go on my page, just click the link in my bio. You'll find it in the music videos tab.
Amazing,
Yes.
amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much again, Dynesti, for being here and for joining us tonight. We look forward to having you on the show again in the future. I know because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
know there's going to be great things coming up. So a lot of
Uh-huh.
know that we got to bring you guys back and get updates.
Hey, of course, of course. And it's just good to see you. Girl, I know this show is going to grow and it's going to be magnificent. And we're going to look back and be like, remember our first show was on IG Live during COVID season? Okay.
I'm so excited to see the growth and see where we're all going. What a pleasure. Thank you so much, love.
No problem. Love
We're going to
you.
let you go.
Thank you,
Enjoy.
everybody.
Keep enjoying the rest of quarantine and keep enjoying your family. And I'm just looking forward to all the good stuff that's going to come out of this for you.
Most definitely. Same
All
to
right,
you,
guys.
sister.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a blessing. What a nice evening getting a chance to talk with Dynesti. She told you hip-hop, soul with a dash of rude gal. You guys make sure to go and follow her. I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. This episode is brought to you by Tandem Media. For those of you that missed earlier, Tandem Media is a studio space that is located in Mississauga, but they are so much more than a studio space. I know them more intimately as a studio space because I've done photo shoots, video shoots there. So if you have video shoots or photo shoots, sorry that you need there. It's really, it's a great setup. They have all the backdrops you need, the lighting, an in-house photographer and videographer, even have makeup kind of setup. Really great space, but they also provide strategic planning, brand development, and marketing services. So you guys be sure to check out Tandem Media. In the poster, you have their handle and their email, and you guys make sure to follow Dynesti as well. Well, I thank you guys so much for being here tonight with me, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Sedelia and Jai Show.